Outlast 2 is the sequel to the 2013 horror game from developer Red Barrels. It's a really scary game. I'm Kyle Hilliard. Elise Favis reviewed it.
Hey!
And she's going to tell us 4 things about this game.
Looking down in that careful little
Outlast 2 is incredibly terrifying. You are running, you are hiding, but you cannot fight against enemies.
Would you say that this is scarier than the original Outlast?
I think so. One thing that is done better than the first game is there is a lot more emphasis on psychological horror this time around. The walls start to warp. You'll have hallucinations like a girl hanging from a noose. It's really creepy and totally messes with your head. You don't need to play the first game in order to enjoy Outlast 2. It takes place in the same universe, but it's its own separate, unique story. The story is left enough to your interpretation that you could probably theorize some things, but technically it's its own standalone thing. Outlast 2 is very strongly religious, and there are also flashbacks where you will be going through a Catholic school and figuring out what happened in your past and how religion personally affects a protagonist. I found that sometimes these themes were riding really heavily on shock value, more so than creating a nuanced story that was interesting. But it does make a very chilling atmosphere, a very creepy atmosphere that works, well enough for the game. The story is very much left to your interpretation. You can read through the documents that you collect, look through your camcorder for different sequences that you've recorded to better understand what's going on. Even the documents themselves are quite cryptic. And for me, I think I started to understand things a little better on my second playthrough, more so than my first. I found the ending kind of wraps up more hastily than I would have liked. But at the same time, that can leave room for theories and interpretations that I'm really curious to see what different players will come up with.
Outlast 2 is out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Elise reviewed it for us. You can find the review on GameInformer.com. You gave it a 7.75.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, and check out GameInformer.com to read Elise's words about the game. They're very good. I assume I haven't read it yet.